So it's November, rut's getting ready to kick off. We've got the perfect red moon coming up for the next 7 to 10 days, hitting during the daylight. That's when I want to be in the woods trying to take advantage of the rutting activity. So I've got one spot in particular. I've got a trail camera over a scrape, breeding scrape, right in the middle of a big bedding area just off the road. Pull the card, and at 10:19 the 10 point is standing right in the middle of the scrape, and I know the red moon is 10:55 today, so he's moving right on the red moon. So I know the next day, November 13th, I've got a red moon at 11:55, basically an hour later. So the plan is to dive into this bedding area first thing tomorrow morning and sit all day, because I know tomorrow I've got that red moon hitting about high noon, and hopefully this buck's going to show back up. Well, it's November the 13th. It's about 10 o'clock. And that big 10 that I'm after was in here on the scrape yesterday at about 10:19. And so I'm hoping he's going to show up again here midday. Just need a little bit of luck now. I just happened to look over to my left, and up the creek, here comes a doe coming my direction right down through the bedding area, and the big 10 is right behind her. And they start moving through the thick cover. They're heading my way. But before I know it, the big 10 lays down, and he's bedded maybe 70, 80 yards from my stand. This doe just keeps coming closer and closer until she is finally at the base of my tree, and the big 10 stands up and he's heading my direction, and I know I've got a live decoy at the base of my tree and it's about to go down. The 10 point's working my way. He's getting worked up. He's rubbing his tarsals. He's scraping a little bit. He's getting closer and closer. And he finally gets to the point where he's 15 yards from my stand, just on the other side of the creek. He turns his head to look behind him and gives me the perfect opportunity for a quartering away shot at 15 yards. I just happen to hear something. I look over and I see the big 10 raking some branches at 60 yards. He snuck in on me, and I can't believe I was able to come to full draw on that buck with him at 10 yards and that doe right under me. But I did it, and I just nailed a giant in Kansas. This buck came through yesterday at 10:19, hit a scrape, middle of the day. So I got in here early this morning and plan on sitting all day long. I thought if he was going to come back, he'd probably show up at midday, and almost right on the dot smashed him at 10 yards on video, filming it myself. What a buck. The keys to this hunt were obviously the moon guide being there the right week when that red moon was hitting during the daylight. I knew that was going to be the week to be there. The second key was obviously the trail camera, getting in there midday, checking cameras. Everything had been slow, not much going on, just being patient, being persistent, monitoring those cameras, and when he showed up, getting aggressive and moving in there and really being prepared to sit all day, because that red moon was hitting midday. This isn't a morning and evening scenario. This is a hunt all day scenario, because it's the rut. Peak activity is supposed to be midday, and that's exactly what happened. When according to plan, the trail camera picture was within 30 minutes, and I ended up getting an arrow in him within 10 to 15 minutes. The moon guide always puts me in the right spot at the right time for my best opportunity at giant whitetails.
The Deer Hunter's Moon Guide tells you the best days, times, and locations to encounter a mature buck on his feet during daylight hours. Are you tired of hunting nocturnal trail camera bucks? Do you ever wonder why bucks only show up during daylight on certain days each year? The Deer Hunter's Moon Guide is here to help. The Moon Guide is unlike any other lunar tool you've ever seen. It's not related to the moon's phase. The Moon Guide utilizes elements such as the moon's gravitational pull, position, and other scientific elements that affect deer movement. Simply spin the Moon Guide dial to find the peak hunting times and best hunting locations for improving your chance of encountering a big buck on his feet. Save time and money by knowing the best days and weeks each year for effective preseason scouting, scheduling time off work, or planning out-of-state hunts by focusing on the Moon Guide's red moon periods. Hunt smarter, not harder. Adam Hayes is one of the few hunters to ever harvest 3 bucks that surpassed the 200-inch mark. What's his secret? Adam has been utilizing Moon Guide data for nearly 2 decades, harvesting 9 Boone and Crockett whitetails during this period. Over the past few seasons, Adam shared the Moon Guide with some of his closest hunting partners, and their results have been unprecedented. Are you ready to experience results like this? Order the Deer Hunter's Moon Guide right now at thedeersociety.com, and you'll receive a free Deer Society vehicle decal. A limited number of Moon Guides will be produced this season. Don't miss out on your chance to own this incredible deer hunting tool. Get yours today at thedeersociety.com. Order now.